Hi there again, everybody. Welcome back to Prestige Auctions. I'm going to take you back today to a time when things just were a little bit different. A time that most people have forgotten about now, and the youth of today don't understand either. A time when things were just a little bit nicer than what they can be. And of course, you used to go all over the place to different places and find different things, and things were done a bit finer back in the day. What I mean by this is this here that we're looking at today are sugar lumps. Now, you don't very often see them anymore. Don't get me wrong, I know a few of you will be screaming at your TVs and that you can still buy them, we know, but how many places actually give them away now? You sometimes see them in posh little sort of ununiform lumps in bowls on tables at posh restaurants and stuff. But who remembers these? These were the days when you would go in and all these would be in a box, in a pot like that, and you'd be able to take them away. And as a kid, if you ever used to see sugar lumps, then it was always a lot nicer. Now, you used to go into different cafes and things, and of course, the posher the cafe, the more chance there were that there was going to have sugar lumps. And I remember for a very short time back in probably the 70s or 80s that you would be travelling on the trains. And if anyone remembers the name of the buffet things on the stations and such like, was called Traveller's Fare. Now, the Traveller's Fare stuff would often have sugar lumps for a time, especially in posher stations. Well, sometimes it was just sachets of sugar, because sachets of sugar kind of took over from sugar lumps. But sugar lumps to a kid was always great because, of course, you could eat them. You'd grab some sugar lumps, stick them in your pocket, and it was like having a sweet, sort of just tiny little lumps of sugar that were made hard. But anyway, so let's have a look at a few of these. Now, these were found in a house that we was clearing, and sometimes if you went into a posh place, you would find some of these. Now, so of course, Tate and Lyle, of course, were, sugar makers, but if you was a really posh place, you'd have something like that, Lander's Restaurant. Now, the question I'm asking here is, who remembers any of these places? That actually looks like the Ladbroke sign, but Lander's Restaurant, so that was one there. And then, of course, this one here was sort of the standard Tate and Lyle cane sugar lumps. There you go. So that was those, and they come in these fancy little packets back in the day, which was, again, was quite nice, especially if you was a kid. Now look at this one here. Again, this is Tate and Lyle. This one's been done in a green wrapper. But then this one here, let's just have a look at this. This is the Lincolnshire Poacher. Now, what is the Lincolnshire Poacher? Was it a pub or something? And it actually has a picture of Lincolnshire on the side. So you can clearly, the person that's got these sugar lumps here probably thought, back in the day, lots of people collected different things, and this person clearly collected sugar lumps. So there you go, Tate and Lyle again, that's sort of a standard one, but in red this time with some sort of picture on the side. And then this one here, British Home Stores. Well, of course, BHS is gone these days, and this was British Home Stores one. So again, if you ever went into the cafe in British Home Stores was a little bit of a posher shop back in the day. And then this one here, well, wow, look at that one. Selfridges of London. They obviously had their own sugar lumps, where you'd fully expect to find sugar lumps in Selfridges, because, again, just a little bit posher. And there, look, there's a picture of Selfridges on the side as well. As we come to this one, more BHS, but again, slightly different one. You can see how this has sort of changed colour a little bit over the years. And it says there, look, it says specially wrapped for British Home Stores PLC. That's another one of the Tate and Lyle. This one here is another Tate and Lyle, but in a red packet like that one. And then last but not least, Silver Spoon, of course, another big sugar cane producer, and would produce granulated sugar, caster sugar, and all the rest of it. So there you go, everybody. Just a little nostalgic look back at something quite strange, really, sugar lumps. But it's amazing what you find as you're clearing properties, which is what Prestige do day in, day out. So we will always try and find the interesting things to show you, and maybe jog a few memories and take you back to a time when things were just that little bit better. Thanks ever so much for watching. If you do enjoy the content that we put out, then please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and of course hit that subscribe button. We'll see you all very soon at the auction.